There's a type of emotional wound that almost nobody talks about because from the outside, everything looks normal. You had parents, you had a house, food, school, maybe even vacations, but emotionally, something was missing. And if I put words to it bluntly, you were born to dead parents. If this is you, you may think that by doing the polar opposite of what your parents did, that you would never be like them. Think again, my friend. In this video, I will tell you why you are just like your parents and what to actually do about it. Real quick, I'm Janice. I'm a dream coach. I help you move through the deeper patterns in your life using dreams as guides. And if you love dream videos as much as I do, please pop a quick thumbs up as a beautiful, energetic exchange. I would be ever so grateful. First, what it actually means to be born to dead parents. Now, I don't mean literally dead. I mean, emotionally flatlined, absent. They could function, they could work, they could take care of logistics, but emotionally, something fundamental wasn't there. Maybe your caretakers were depressed, maybe they were extremely self focused, maybe they were overwhelmed with their own trauma and never learned themselves any type of emotional intelligence. For a child, though, that creates a very strange environment because children are wired to connect. Children expect that when they reach out emotionally, there will be something on the other side, some warmth, some recognition, some life. But when that doesn't happen consistently, the child has to adapt. The child develops automatic programming like, my feelings are too much, my needs are inconvenient, I shouldn't expect anyone to really understand me. I need to be easy, I need to be useful, and eventually I need to disappear emotionally so I don't get hurt again. And when you live long enough in that environment, your system starts turning down the volume on your own emotions. This is because when you're a deep feeler, but nobody in your house meets those feelings, it is incredibly painful, and you learn that it's safer to simply feel less. And this is where I'll try to describe something that's very hard to explain. If you were born to dead parents, you may find yourself saying things like, I feel numb, life isn't worth it, I'm just disconnected from everything. Others may even say that you don't love them or that you're so cold, even if it feels 100% untrue to you, because sometimes you don't even notice the degree of your own emotional coldness. Because when you grow up in that environment, it just feels normal. You were always lonely, you always just had to survive without feeling fully alive. This is having dead parents. Now, how did you end up carrying that same deadness inside yourself, even when you tried very hard to do the opposite? It may not look the same from the outside, but it's the same deadness, just in a different form. If you grew up with emotionally unavailable parents, you did not want to repeat that pattern. So if your parents were cold, you tried to become warm. If they were distant, you tried to become attentive. And if they ignored emotions, you tried to be overly emotionally aware. And on the surface, this looks like change, but it's actually just the same wound wearing different clothes. Here's what I mean. If you were born to parents who were emotionally absent, you might become the person who is always helping everyone else, always supporting, understanding, always available. But if you look closely, you still struggle to actually receive love because you don't even believe in love. So, despite that, you show the physical support and availability and presence, the emotion around it is dead, and people can feel how inauthentic that actually is. Or in another case, you may become extremely self aware, spiritual, or insightful, but deep down, you still feel strangely disconnected from your body, your own joy, your own life. How about if you're the one who is hyper functional, successful, productive, responsible, always doing, surrounding yourself with busyness, so much so that you hide from yourself how completely flat you actually feel? You're performing life rather than living it. Deadness doesn't always look like depression. It can look competent, it can look insightful, spiritual, but underneath it, there's still that same early adaptation operating system that is looping that programming. Being disconnected is safe. And the place where this becomes very visible first is in your dreams, because your inner dreaming self doesn't care about the personality that you built on top of the wound or the rainbow and unicorn story that you tell yourself. Dreams show you what's actually going on inside you and how that is manifesting in your outside waking life. When I see dreams from clients who grew up with parents like this, there are certain patterns that do show up again and again. One of the most common ones is empty, lifeless places in a dream. In one such dream, the dreamer walked through a gray toned building. There were boards and broken windows, dust. No life, nothing happening in the house. The stairs led to nowhere. There were makeshift materials to walk on to get from one room to the other. If this is similar to your own dream, when you start doing the inner work that it takes to restore your emotional life, you may actually start seeing light come through. You may walk through that building in your dreams and start to make plans for renovation. You'll start seeing hope and life in that building, because just like your dreams show what is breaking you down, they will show you what is building you up. This is one of the things I just love so much about dream work. You always see your progress no matter which direction you're going. Another dream I've worked with along this theme is when a parent might be they're in the dream present, but they're distracted. They don't respond, or the dreamer keeps trying to talk to them, explain something, get their attention, and nothing really happens. If this is you, you may also see dreams where people are technically alive, but the feeling is lifeless and you feel quite inanimate yourself. In a dream like this, you would likely not say something to defend yourself, or you can't speak. Or an interesting one is when you can't move in a dream, or you're desperately trying to run fast, but it's like you're stuck in molasses. I myself have had a dream where I was trying so hard to move that I was grasping at plants on the ground, dragging myself forward. This is not a good way to live. When these dreams show up, they're showing you exactly where your emotional life had to shut down so that you could survive. And the fact that you can dream these patterns means that you haven't given up. There is hope for you, and your inner being wants to bring this to your awareness so that you will do something about it, and you can definitely do something. I did, and so can you. And I've seen people just like you recover and rebuild their lives and remember what joy is. I have the tools to help with this. Come in a dream space with me, and let's look at what your dreams are moving you towards. No more hesitating. It's literally the most cost effective inner work you will ever do. Link is in the comments and description. Once again, thanks for dreaming with me. May your nights be rich with guidance and your mornings full of clarity.